Let's presume we are living on a little blue ball flying in space. Where would this parasite be? But if we would be living in a crater on a giant Earth, well, the parasite might be lying next door, eating you alive. So what would this creature be? Would it be a 1,000-year-old dragon? I think not. I think when native people see an airplane, they call it the Iron Bird. So when the native people saw this creature, they called it the Feathered Serpent. A feathered serpent, what would it be? Well, remember this image from the Dendera temple? I thought it was our crater. I was wrong. And that's a lot of feathers, if you ask me. That brings us, of course, to the Ark of Noah. Or should we call it the Solar Bark? And we're not talking about a little boat here. Is it a boat? Something is definitely there. It appears to be a rock, but it is not. Reminds me of the movie Prometheus, where a giant rock appears to be a spaceship. And maybe your spaceship needs a pilot. Well, in the movie, the pilot is still alive. If we are talking about a spaceship, then we are not talking about body parts, but machine parts. And then the entrance complex is not the reproductive system, but the pilot chamber. Take a look at the left arm. Well, it happens I have an air view of the pilot chamber. Or when reality is stranger than fiction. Let's talk about giants. The Olmecs were constantly carving out the same head. Is this the pilot? Let's go back to the Ark of Noah or the Solar Bark. There you see Seth is spearing the snake Apep. And now you are tapping into the energy system of the snake. Is this the reason they are interested in Mars? Tapping into the snake. Remember this one? Let's compare the worms of Dune with the spaceship of Prometheus and the pilots. My conclusion would be that the supposed Ark of Noah is still lying next to our crater. It is of enormous proportions and it is probably a synthetic life form. Well, I was looking for her, the alien queen. Almost looks like an anchor. The Ankh. The alien queen was a seed bank, holder of alien DNA, dumping its DNA in our crater and using us as the incubator. Interesting for our story. Amongst the alien life forms, would there have been some humanoid species amongst them? One of the other conclusions of this video was that Yahweh needed gold and virgins. Why on earth would you need virgins? What if your alien humanoid species cannot live in this hostile environment? Maybe you could use a local monkey mother as incubator. And why a virgin? Maybe the alien child dies in an unsealed womb. So how would we recognize them? Well, if they all had a mustache, it would be simple. We can of course look at their symbology. Their Viking boat is probably a perfect copy of the Ark. I already made a video about their symbology, but I would replace the first sentence with Land of the Salamonsters. And it's not just Germany, of course. The Incas believed that Cortes was the return of Quetzalcoatl. Was it the boat? Or was it something else? If Mama is lying next to our crater, could it have some offspring?